Hi, my name is Katrin, and I play the viola.
And my name's Libby, and I play the clarinet. And
Together
we're Violet.
We are so excited that Noteflight is sponsoring this composition commission competition for us.
Yeah, we really are. You may not know, but there is hardly any music written for clarinet and viola alone. This may be because both of our instruments produce sounds in approximately the same range. So this means you can be really creative when writing for us.
One of the best pieces we found that was composed specifically for clarinet and viola is the Prelude, Allegro, and Pastoral by Rebecca Clark. Composed in 1941, it's a stunning piece for the combination of instruments. Here's a clip of Violet performing parts of it. Notice the blend of our colors.
Living composer Sean Head was inspired by Clark's composition and wrote a duo for us. Here's a small clip. Again, notice that our different timbres meld beautifully. You can watch a video of the Head and the Clark on our YouTube page.
Two pieces, though, is not enough.
No way.
And this is where you come in. We're looking for a piece that can be anywhere from 6 to 12 minutes in length and is purely acoustic. So don't write an electronic component, please. It can have multiple movements or be through composed.
As a duo, we are drawn to music that has a discernible melody, but we are not averse to atonality or extended techniques. Speaking of which, here are some of the less conventional things our instruments can do. Okay, the clarinet has a range from concert D below the staff to concert B flat an octave and a fourth above the staff. Now, if you're going to play in that, if you're going to, excuse me, compose, I would be playing in that extreme register, you want to do that, you want to limit how much you're going to do it because it's not really going to be, I don't think, that pretty with the viola. And also, if you want to write up there a lot, I think you need to be careful in the approach. So I'm not going to play all kinds of really fast stuff in that extreme altissimo register because it'll be really difficult. Some other things that we can do. We can play multiphonics. Let me see if I can get one for you.
What is a multiphonic?
Well, a multiphonic is when it's a non-standard fingering, really, Katrin, and it usually results in sounding more than one note at the same time. Cool. So there can be some soft ones like that, or there's some louder ones. For me, it's best if you can give me the actual fingering. There are lots of resources online. Philip Rayfeld wrote a book back in the 80s, I believe, that was a really great resource for extended techniques. There's another one that I haven't done very much, and it's pretty shrill. It's called Teeth on the Reed. Here it is. So again, it's a pretty cool effect. Maybe we could do some cool things with, I don't know, we'll find out about the viola in a minute. I don't do double tonguing, so I would appreciate it if you kind of limit the amount of rapid tonguing, although I do have a pretty fast articulation. I do not double tongue, and I can't circular breathe, which means that you'll need to be really careful when you, in giving me places to breathe. Other than that, I'm pretty much open to doing just about anything you put down as long as you're really clear about it.
The viola can also make a lot of cool unconventional sounds. Before I talk about those, though, I wanted to let you know that violists read both alto and treble clef. And if you're composing anything lower than C4, please put it into alto clef. And anything higher than G5 really needs to be in treble clef. The notes in the middle are pretty much up to you, but please keep in mind that it's easiest to read notes that are in the staff rather than having to navigate lots of ledger lines. So the best way to do that is to switch clefs. But don't go into tenor clef or bass clef because I can't read those. So stick to alto and treble, please. The lowest note I can play is C, which is my open C string. And then the sky is pretty much the limit on the higher notes. Please keep in mind I do not have an E string. I am not a violin. But at the same time, I can go pretty darn high. So, you know, if I'm up here or something, I can play notes up there that still sound pretty darn okay. But if you want me to play up there, the best would be is if you had an ascending pattern that helps me get up there. Because if I'm playing a bunch of stuff down here and then suddenly I have to jump up here, it's really difficult. So please don't do that to me. In addition to regularly bowing and pizzicatoing, which I'm sure you've heard before, I can do what's called a Bartok pitz, which is where you kind of snap the string. But you can't do too many of those in quick succession because you have to actually grab the string. In addition to that, I can do colegno, which is where you use the stick rather than the hair. And this is a percussive effect. So you get this cool percussive effect. Another percussive thing I can do is I can actually tap the viola. And it gets some nice resonance there, but I obviously can't do that while I'm playing. So maybe that would be an effect I could use while Libby has a melody or something like that. Additionally, I can move where my bow is on the string. And if I'm right on top of the bridge, that's called sol ponticello. At the opposite extreme range of that is what's called sol tasto. So you can hear how there's a really different timbre to the sounds.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like sol tasto too. It's a really nice sort of ethereal
Use
sound.
sol tasto. We like sol tasto.
Sol tasto is good. Yeah,
good.
sol tasto. In addition to that, I can pizzicato while I'm bowing. But that gets to be pretty tricky, especially if you want me to do anything other than an open string. So please don't ask me to pizzicato while I'm playing anything other than an open string. And I think probably my favorite effect is what's called a baryolage, and it's where you go across all the strings at the same time. And if I just add some notes, some fingers, I get... And it's just kind of fun because you can really, show a lot of notes. The only thing with baryolages is you don't want to have like more than 2 fingers down really on any of the 4 strings, because it gets to be really hard to move the fingers, and twisting fingers is very unpleasant and very difficult to execute as well.
Hey, Katrin, there's something else. What is this?
That's right. This is my mute. So in addition to just all those things that I just did, if I put the mute on my bridge, it mutes the sound. So what it does is it actually deadens the vibrations that are being produced. So it doesn't only make the sound quieter, it also changes the color.
Very nice. The winner of the competition will receive $500 from Noteflight and at least 1 guaranteed performance of the work by Violet. There's even the possibility of national and international performances.
We look forward to seeing what you come up with. If you have questions, you can email us. Our email address is viola.clarinet.violet@gmail.com.
Happy composing!